This might be one of the most scuffed recordings I ever do. Welcome to the Ninja tier list. Yeah. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Try and help me fix this crazy not subscribe to non-subscriber rate. Obviously, I have to say all this. Go on the Discord. Anyway, let's get started on the video. You don't care about all that. This is wind. This is lightning. This is wood. Fire, water, resilience, amplification, technique, speed, strength, the sai, that's the tachi, that's the bow staff, that's the ninjato, and that is the odachi. Okay, so we've got everything confirmed then. You won't get confused. I'm just gonna rank all these in this is my personal opinion. You can like disagree or agree, you know, that's completely up to you. So first, starting with wind, I mean, I can just pull up my own video here. Its first move is great with multiple punches. The second move is also great as it's a grab move. The third move is great as it's like you fly with them and you can grab them. This is great for throwing people off cliffs. I've done it so many times and you can just get them to one tap because of fall damage. And then the last one, Zephyr Blitz, is crazy powerful and hard to block just because of how he charges it up. But like, it's nothing unique except for the flying one. It's just a really strong element to go with. Honestly, I think most of the stuff in this game is decently balanced so far. But I think I'm going to put it high B tier for now and we'll see if it climbs the ranks. Lightning. Okay, now lightning, I have a similar opinion about. It has one really special move which can do a lot of damage, but the rest is kind of meh. I feel like it might be less than wind though, because the first move kind of sucks as you have to have your enemy directly under it, which can be hard to hit. Now the second move is pretty good, but it's going to be hard to hit because it's when you have to aim and shoot, so people are able to dodge it. So that's one thing you should take into accountability. Third move is good because it's a simple you know, punch move, close range, nothing can go wrong with that. So the third and fourth move are both powerful in my opinion, especially the fourth. That one does a ton of damage, but just because it has less overall, like a few more moves that don't quite add up to like what wind is, I think I'm gonna put it slightly below wind, just because like three of the wind moves are good, while it's only two of the lightning moves are actually like useful. All right, next is wood. Wood is strong. Wood has a lot of good stuff about it. You can see here the first move is massive AoE, which is great. The second move is another charged move similar to Zephyr Blitz, so we have an already good wind move in the wood section. The third move is a close range move, which we know we like because those are easy to hit, and it's 2 slashes with a sword. And the fourth move is a grab move, but it's a tethered grab, so it has range. I think we're gonna have our first A tier. Wood is pretty powerful. All of its moves are good. They have good viability in different scenarios. We're gonna put him A tier, but don't worry, he's gonna be like middle A tier right now. Maybe we'll see if someone like creeps up. Now fire is interesting because it's powerful, but it has to be used correctly. For example, the first move, Blazing Palm, is great as it moves you. It's a move that moves you. I think any move that like moves you is gonna be good because you're able to, it can catch your enemy off guard when you move faster than they expect to because it's a move. So the first move I'm gonna say is good. Second move, Fire Flip, is a bit, I don't think it's useful because people can walk out of it. It's kind of hard to hit. The third move, Pyro Bridge, though, is good. Obviously, big AoE that we like, and it lasts for a while, does a bunch of damage. And Rising Flame is also good for big AoE, getting people around you, and it moves up, which we like moves. That you can obviously dodge moves with that. So I'm going to say there was only one move there which wasn't good. We're going to class that as A tier, but do we think it's higher or lower than wood? Wood has 4 good moves, and while fire only has 3, this one kind of has 3, but they're a bit lesser. This one only has 2, so we're gonna put it at that. And then finally, water might be in A tier, it depends. So the first move is great as it's a mobility move, so we know movement we like already. Aquatic Surge, which is the second move, is great because it's also massive AoE damage. You see how big the wall is. That can hit a lot of people, and it's hard to parry or dodge or get out of. The third move is great as it's 3 quick projectiles, so even if you miss the first one, you've got two more which you can try and aim for, so it gives you more options, and like, you know, it allows you to room for error. Then the fourth move is pretty hard to hit. It's good, but it's hard to hit. But I'm not going to demote this just because it's a hard move. I'm not going to demote this as just pure skill. If you can hit it off, it's great. It's a great counter. So honestly, all water moves are good. So I think we're gonna place water better than fire, but a bit less than wood. I mean, that's kind of like the fourth move. I know I said I wasn't gonna deduct it because it was hard to hit, but it's like come on, it's less viable than the easy move, which is also good on wood. Now this is interesting. All right, next we have resilience. Now I think resilience is actually massively slept on. For example, the first move gives you passive defense, which is very good. Taking less damage in any scenario will always be good. The second move allows you to be invulnerable to damage for a short amount of time once the other person takes back their punch, so you can reflect the damage back to them. The reflecting damage is great, so the second move is honestly insane. And the third and fourth move are both very violent. Like for example, the third move is a rush with multiple kicks, which guard breaks at the end of the third one. And guard breaking is also a big plus whenever we're ranking these. So then the fourth move also has big AoE, because it's a massive jump slam down. Another great move. I honestly think, but like, no, like this might be controversial, but like resilience is good. It has a rush down move, which is powerful because it throws your enemies off guard. It has a big AoE fourth move. You can take less damage, and you can also damage for a short amount of time. I'm sorry, but that's gotta be S tier. That is great versatility. Next is Life Force. Now, while Life Force, like gaining HP is good in any scenario, can be, it kind of sets it back a bit just because of the way of how they do balancing. For example, if you use Healing Orb and Healing and Health Harvest, both share the same cooldown. So if you use one, you can't use the other. Now that kind of drops it down a bit just because of like you have less versatility in what you can use. Snap Heal is also good, but it's like, you know, you've got two other healing moves. It's like too much healing. And then the fourth one is Vital Strikes, which is just a few punches. So I honestly think healing is probably gonna be, I'm gonna have to put it worse than lightning, just because, I mean, it's good, but it's like not good enough, you know? But I don't think it's bad, because I think the health siphon is good, and I think the snap heal is also good for like, you know, quick HP. Next we have amplification. Now amplification gets used a lot, as it has a really strong first move with a multiple barrages, which can throw people off guard, and it's really hard to parry. The second move is cannon grip, which is a big cannon which shoots you, which is a lot of damage. That's good because it's ranged and it shoots quickly. And then the third move is a mine, which explodes directly in front of you. And then the final move is a trident crash directly next to you where your feet is. So it's got close range, it has long range, like a really quick like hitting move. My brain's kind of fighting here, I can't explain it correctly. And then it has like an explosion right in front of his face. Like that is great. I think I'm gonna put it more than resilience just because of how violent, like how aggressive the amplification is. Next we have technique. Technique is probably going to be lower. The first move is okay. It's just an explosion at the feet, which is good, but I don't know if it really compares to the other ones. The second move is just like 2 kicks. So I'm not sure if it's really too much. I mean, it's probably good for combos, continuing them, you know, doing a extra bit of combos. The Shuriken Assault is good, but it can be hard to hit sometimes. Obviously, I might not factor that into skill, but it's something to take into account. And then the final one is Vanishing Smoke, can turn you invisible. Now, while that's good for getting away, for like fighting, maybe not, you know, maybe it's kind of hard to tell. You can be invisible when fighting maybe, but like it doesn't last for that long, and you're just gonna get mollywopped once you're back in the open. So like, it's good, but I think it's better than Life Force, because not many people want to be healing. But so I think there would be pretty good. Next is speed. Now I'm not going to take in the spec weapon. I'm not going to take in the spec one because that's something we can't have. So speed is honestly pretty good. The first one is Comet Stomp, which is pretty powerful for when you want to dash up into the air and slam back down. It is movement, so you are moving, so you can like dodge stuff with it. Flash Lunge is good, but it's easily blockable, but it is fast, which can throw people off guard. The third move, Rapid Toss, is honestly a great move since you dash towards them, grab them and throw them. And then the fourth move, Swift Strike Kick, is also good, as it's hard to like parry and, you know, block just because of the timing. So I think I'm gonna put speed at a strong there, because water is good. That has like one bad move in it, so I think that's fair. Next we have strength, which I'll do the same thing. I won't factor the spec weapon into it. So the first one, Dragon Throw, it's a simple but effective move, but obviously there's better in other trainers. Next one is Ground Smash, which is great because it moves you forward, which we like because it's easy to catch people, but it also has a grab afterwards, which is really good. I think that's more powerful than you think. The next move is Skybreaker, which is an uppercut, close range uppercut, which is pretty strong because you can rush after it, so that's great for combos. And the final one is Titan Fist, which is just a close range punch. So it's overall a very strong thing, but I mean every one of them works for combos, so I think it goes there. right? Slightly better than water because of the combo potential with it, with your other moves, but wood has the good AoE, close range, and long range. So I think there would be good. Alright, and now finally we got the weapons. So the Sai, I think is great, as it has the first move is a back dash to a front slash, so it can throw off your enemies since you're moving locations. The second move is a brutal rush down, well, not rush down, but like, you know, piercing attacks, which can be hard to react to just because of how like brutal it is. The third move is great as you dash back up and then back down, which is great for movability, which we know we like. And the fourth move is OP just because of how you can hit like from almost, it has a massive range, though it can be parried. I think if you're able to use it in the correct situation without, you know, with catching your opponent off guard without them parrying it, then it is a powerful move just because of the range that it has. So I think we're gonna have to put Sai above Resilience just because of its aggressiveness, you know? I think Sai should be used more. Alright, next we have the Tachi, which is pretty much the same as the Ninjato. The Tachi and the Ninjato are the same thing, so we'll put them together and we'll take a look. So the Ninjato is powerful, but it's slightly underwhelming. For the first move, you dash into them and do 2 slashes, which is good as it's quick and fast, but compared to others, I think it's a bit lacking. The second move though is great as it's multiple slashes, which can be hard to parry just because of the timing difference between each slash. So that waterfall dance massively increases its points just because of how great it is. And it has big AoE too. Next one is Striking Advance, which is really powerful because of how quick you can strike forward. And then the final one, which is Flourish, which is just 2 slashes. So I'd say Ninjato and Tachi is weird because it has 2 meh moves and then it has 2 great moves, so it's going to be hard to rank. But if we're ranking that at S and that has 4 great moves, then we're going to have to put this high up here. I think that's fair. I think it's better than Strength just because of those 2 really powerful moves. I'll put it there just because it's more versatile strength with the combos, but that has really good stuff. Okay, so we'll put those together. Next is Bow Staff. As you can see, the Bow Staff is going to be pretty good. Next we have Twisting Aegis, which is a jump up and slam down, and then we also have Piercing Thrust. Bow Staff seems like a gentle combination between multiple we've seen. Like the Sai has also the same sort of move with the thrusts. The Sai obviously is slightly better with what moves it has. So I'm gonna have to put the Bow Staff. I'm gonna say 2 out of the 4 moves are actually good, and we're kind of putting that you know, like this. I think it's probably less than Ninjato just because of how powerful the moves are. I mean, it has 2 good moves, but not 2 superpower moves like the Ninjato does. So I think it goes behind water. Speed, yes, it would go behind speed. I'm rethinking the water and speed now. No, I'm fair with that. I think it's slightly below speed, but above fire. And finally the Odachi, as you can see, this has only 3 moves, so it's going to be hard to rank this at the same sort of way. But due to the sheer strength that the base damage of the Odachi does, it will fill in for that 3 moves. But you can see here, they are very strong, powerful moves. The Odachi is insanely hard to parry for me personally, because of just, it's a slow wielding weapon. Everyone's like used to quick slashing weapons. So we're going to give it like an extra point for that. And the 3 moves are strong and powerful, and they are pretty nice to hit just because of how they can throw off the other enemy. And I think just because of how confusing it is, and how much damage it can do if you can use it well. Do you reckon low S or high? I'm gonna reckon low S, because if you can use it, you can use it. And in combination with like strength, maybe one thing that's like really combo heavy, you could really like combo into each move and like set yourself up to be able to use the heavy moves easily. I think I agree with this. I think this is good. Obviously some of you may like disagree with me, some of you may agree with me. I could absolutely start a riot in the comments, so just all know this is just opinion. This is what I think based on my own experience with each and every one of them. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Please help me fix this insane subscribe to non-subscriber rate. Join the Discord. We've got events going on there all the time, even for Ninja CC. So if you're interested in that, please join. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this scuffed video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.